Hey, it's Dan. Welcome back to Watch and I Allegedly. And I've got a good one for you today because I am at the Seal Beach Car Show. And no buy has a new meaning for everybody, everyone right now. Doesn't matter how old you are, it's affecting all of us. So, a lot to cover today as we walk through these fantastic cars. Please hit the like button, please subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to join our email list, guys. We have a great email list, and an email coming out this week. So let's get right into it. There is a term called no buy. Hey, I'm not going to purchase anything. I'm going to cut back. Well, the idea with this is to save money in a down economy, or if you're lost your job, or if your income changes. The problem with it is that it's affecting everything. It's affecting businesses. It's affecting individuals. Now you can sit there and say, "Oh, it's just young people. It's not the old people." No, it's everybody. It is absolutely everybody. So what people are doing right now, and let's start with New York City. New York is, a hub of spending. Let's just put it that way. And what they're saying, this is out of the New York Times, that people are not spending money right now and they're cutting back. They're not doing the salon visits. They're not getting their nails done. They're not purchasing anything. They're not buying dresses for events for one offs. It's like, oh gosh, I'm going to go to the gala and I'm going to buy an expensive dress. Nope, not anymore. Done. TJ Maxx runs? Yeah, that's the way to do it. Which, you mean like the rest of us? Yeah. So people are not planning vacations. The biggest travel destination is the United States right now. We talked about that. And you get more and more people that are going to travel locally and not hop on a plane and not use their passport. Real ID is there. You have to have a real ID to hop on a plane now, or a passport. There's no two ways about it anymore. And that goes into effect this week. So with that, let's drive this summer. Hotels have told me that their reservations are down, and then you go and you look at young people, 18 to 24, 18 to 29. Wall Street Journal did a survey with almost 2,200 people, and from the survey, what they determined was that 42% of everybody 18 to 29 is not getting by, can barely make ends meet, not making enough money, have multiple jobs. I mean, that's how it was when I was a kid. When I was a kid, if you could afford your rent, you were ahead of the game. Simple as that. And, all my buddies, as we get together and reminisce about when we were young, it was all a good time. Remember when you go out drinking, you'd meet girls, and then you'd go to bed and get up and do it all over again? Yeah. And then we all had all these crazy jobs during that time, whether you're working for your family or whatever. But point is that you barely got by. Now, people can barely feed themselves right now. That's the problem. Inflation has just taken its toll on everybody. And starting this thing up. I like this thing's really well organized. They have it set up by the age of the cars. So when you go to a place like this one, you've got, gosh, they just light up. They line up. They tell you what time to drive in, and then you're parked. And they just do it. It's so methodical and so organized, which I am not. So I always appreciate stuff like this because it's just so amazing. But once again, people are just cutting back in everything that they do. And if you do this, now we have a contributor, and I can't even say her first name because I always talk about what she does, but she works, I'm just going to call it a home improvement retailer, a home retailer, and she works in their sales department. That's all I'm going to say. But I've mentioned this woman's name 50 times, and she emails me every day. But the sales of her company for things around the house are off completely. Um, Over the course of the last year, she's had days when they hey, go home early. Sales quotas completely changed. People are not purchasing things even for their house. Like, you know, let's purchase the tent. Let's purchase the backyard canopy. Things like that. No, not even doing that. So you can see the cars coming in right now. I'm here really early this morning, but everybody's cutting back. It's not just you. Now, one thing that's really interesting is boomers that have second homes. So you can sit there and go, oh my God, they can afford a second. I can barely pay for the one I have. Fine. But what you're seeing is a rash of East Coast people selling their second homes at a record clip. Now, had these places 10, 15 years, and that's it. Can't keep it, can't maintain it. Now's the chance to get rid of it. Market's still hot in certain areas. You've got, enclaves of Southern California. This city, Seal Beach, is crazy. Unbelievable. I was here the other day, and there's an attorney and a realtor and a guy that owns a cool store up here called Beach Inn. It was Vision Frank, and he sells political merchandise. He's fantastic. But uh, you're seeing all this stuff change. All vacancies here, unbelievable. People are getting in line for breakfast over there. That's nice. But okay, so you can sit there and say, "Oh, I don't feel for these people selling their second house yet." Fine, 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 fine. Hey, define rich for me. What is a rich person? Am I rich? I don't have any bills. Make a good living. I can do what I want. I can travel. A friend of mine invited me on a trip in June. Hey, you want to meet me here? Let me see if it works in my schedule. It's not something I can't afford. So am I rich? Because I can do that. You know, what is rich? Is it these people that have a second house? I don't know. I don't know. I used to know what it was. I used to, oh, a guy had $1 million. Remember that term, $1 million for a piece of property? Oh my God. I heard that guy spent $1 million on his house. I am telling you guys, where I'm standing in this beach town, there is the Pacific Ocean right there where that flag is at. And you cannot get anything here under $4 or $5 million. It's nuts what you have in this city. Now, a buddy of mine works for one of the local organizations. So I won't even say the name of it because it'll lay it out who they are. But they have something to do with this car show too. And they wanted to build a banner over. This is Main Street. Wanted to build a banner over here. This side of the street. This side. Welcome to Seal Beach. Well, it's going to cost $65,000 to do that. Okay. Members got together. They did a fundraiser. Raised $75,000. Ho ho, we got it. We got the money. They go to the city to prepare for the plans to build the sign, and they said, no, 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 no. You need to deal with the Coastal Commission. Coastal Commission, anything within 2,000 feet of the ocean has to have Coastal Commission approval. Okay? Remember Adam Carolla talking about how bad the permits were going to be when the Palisades burnt down and all that nonsense? Okay? Well, Coastal Commission gets in and they upped the price of the sign to $250,000. For the permitting process, it was going to cost them $180,000. Is that insane? Insane. To put a sign that they're donating, they're paying for it here. Hey, can you waive those fees? No, can't do that. Oh, gotta have the inspections, gotta have the environmental impact report for a sign over this street. Okay? Think about that. Let's ruin everything. You're doing a great job of it. So, California just overtook Japan as the fourth largest economy in the world, in spite of how bad our government is here and how, Coastal Commission. What nonsense. What BS. Imagine that. Could you imagine that having to deal with a an organization that's going to tell you that what you can do, and then talking about the environment over a street? Okay, it has nothing to do with anything in the ocean. anything, nothing, 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 nothing. So, okay, well, we'll show you. You did. Now, a few things. Talking about the no buy, Bohai Tremit is a uh, is an auto manufacturer out of Germany. They supply places like Volkswagen, which is Porsche, also bankrupt. Now, German bankruptcy is kind of different because when you file and you go down for the count, they give you 90 days to restructure. 580 jobs are at risk right now. They're not going to do it. They're saying this. Read the article below. I don't think it's going to work. Here's the thing. With the tariffs, it has destroyed so much stuff right now. My daughter has friends that are what they call cosplay actors, that they film themselves in costumes for YouTube and go to events and things like that. These women that do this are, very good at it, but they have to buy stuff all the time, costumes and hair and makeup and eyelashes and things like that. One woman doesn't show her face, okay? Great girl, okay? But earns a great living doing this. But her orders, like when she thought about when the tariffs were announced, she started ordering stuff on Alibaba, AliExpress, Temu, Shine, all these different places. She just had an order, and my daughter told me last night, called me and said, "You got to hear this, Dad." She had an order that was $40, and the tariffs and all the additional shipping charges were going to add $360 to it. It was going to be a $400 order for the same thing she always orders. So, is that going to destroy things? You betcha. You betcha. People right now that um, have Teslas, because of the lovely crime that's happening to them right now, uh, it's the most expensive car to insure. Isn't that wild, guys? And that some insurance companies, because of the threat of violence, will not insure the car. So most likely you're going to have to go through Tesla to get your own insurance. That's great. That's awesome. That's family friendly right there. You know, consumer sentiment has slid again. Why? Because everybody's concerned that inflation's coming back. I'm telling you guys, things with the economy were bad before, and now they're being brought out. Now, a lot of people have thought, okay, well, the economy is going to get destroyed during this time, and you're going to see a lot of people that are just going to experience the reality that they can't afford things. It's that simple. Egg prices have dropped, which brings up a great point. Tractor Supply Company, the CEO of that company, just did a live talk, and not talking about his DEI and insanity, but he was talking about how what is the biggest thing that people do from the city is they come to a Tractor Supply Company to buy chickens for homegrown chickens, and they can't keep them in stock fast enough. Now, I mean, you know, concrete jungle in certain parts of my yard, so I'm not putting chickens back there, but it's fascinating that so many people are buying chickens to raise them themselves. Consumer sentiment went from 57 to 52, which is a big drop. 5-point drop is a huge drop. So, you know, seeing office towers here in Orange County. This is Orange County. The next city up is Long Beach, which I have a great Long Beach story for you. So, with that, you've got, you know, office buildings selling at a huge discount, and people that are rich, like the guy that bought it, read the story, I won't even bore you with it, another 30% discount for an office building. But again, who's buying these things? Who's buying an office building and, renting it out? Who's renting right now? Who's having office space? The smartest people I know are getting rid of. They back this in. They just do this. I mean, it's so cool because they tell these people what time to show up, and I'm a little. The festivities not really started yet, but it's just really, really cool. So I hope you guys enjoy the cars too, as I scattered them throughout the video. But you know, the other thing, and then I'll talk about this week, is silver. How about this? It requires for silver, it requires 700,000 ounces of silver to create 1 ounce. Excuse me, 700,000 ounces of silver is required to create 1 gigawatt of electrical power. There, you guys, we don't have enough silver. You want to buy something that's going to make you some money? Stack silver right now. Everybody I hold, I don't care if it's $50 an ounce, I'd buy it right now. Just all the stuff I've learned lately, it is crazy how we don't have enough silver right now. It's supposed to rain out here today. Isn't this beautiful? It's really nice. So let me know what you think so far. A little bit more to cover, but hope you enjoyed the cars too. Few things just to finish this video. And first thing, I want to remind you guys that we have a private channel called I Allegedly Live. It's uncensored. It's all the stuff we can't talk about in other places. Check it out today. You sign up at iallegedly.tv. There's well over 250 videos on there right now, and I absolutely love doing that content for you guys. A few things. Now, as we were talking about cars earlier, and speaking of being a car show, if you are online like I am all the time, there is a new car company called Slate, and you go to slate.auto, but this is a pickup truck that they're selling, and it's customizable, and you can design your pickup truck to be a pickup. It can be a SUV. It can be whatever you want. Okay, and it's going to start at under $20,000, which is a complete freaking lie. There's no way that this car is going to get delivered for $20,000. And then the article that I leave in you below had the audacity to bring up, Elon Musk. He talked about the Cybertruck. It was going to be 39,000, but we're going to compete with that. It's going to be 20 grand. It is a golf cart, guys. It has a 150-mile range, which you would never buy. You're not going to sit there and go, yeah, honey, that's nothing. Think about it. Think about your day and how things can come up 150 miles. Gosh, I mean, you can drive that in a few hours, guys. Oh, let's go charge the car again. It's insane. So I'm going to put the deposit down for the $50 to see where this comes up, but I'm also going to do it to prove a point that it's not going to be a $20,000 car, truck, SUV, whatever you want to call it. Oh, you want the better battery? Oh, you want an interior that doesn't look like cardboard? Oh, okay, Dan. You know what I mean? Oh, a radio? That's $5 grand. You know what I mean? It'll be stuff like that. Watch. City of Long Beach, the next city up, got hit with a cyber attack. But what the problem was is that they finally admitted that they had biometric data deleted. Think about it. City, you go to the city and you have to get a business license. Hey, we need your fingerprint. We need your eye print, your palm print. Okay, well, that stuff was delete. People have that now. Cyber bad people have it. Well, we can't verify if anybody's used this data yet. Well, how about your license plate numbers? They have license plate scanners in that city. That data was stolen. Huh. I wonder if they have my home address and my palm print and my eye print if I live there. Yeah, probably. Now, final thing is scammers right now. We've talked about the scammers of the toll roads and everything. Let's just leave it at that one. My son from Boston calls me and says, hey, calls me at midnight last night and says, I got to talk to you. I got a problem. When I was in California, looks like I got a toll road violation. Oh, yeah, how'd you do that? He's like, well, I was driving the car. Remember, I went to Nick's house, and then plans changed. He drove over 150 miles and went all over the place. And I went to, Cal Poly SLO, San Luis Obispo, and went up there and was on the toll roads, Dad, and I got a violation notice. That's interesting. So, what car were you driving? Oh, your car. Well, I have a toll road transponder, Grant. So that's a scam. Why would they have you? Oh, I don't know if they took my picture. So people pay this stuff. So I explained to my son that this is a scam, but 22% of all scams start with the phone now. So don't give into this, guys. Don't listen to this. Don't fall for this. I mean, it's tragic that people are paying this stuff. And, my son felt guilt because he thought I was going to murder him. So, maybe a car accident? No. Anyways, I'm kidding. But you know what I mean? So he felt, compelled. But who does that? Oh, yeah, I've been in California. Guy lives in Massachusetts now. So, son, come on. Don't buy this stuff. Erase that stuff. Block the number. Don't click on it. If you click on that stuff, they can steal your phone data. They can compromise everything about you that you have on your phone. All your girlfriends, your illicit affair, how you're cheating your business partner out of money. You're going to be able to find that stuff out with one click. Anyways, I'm exaggerating a little bit for you. Please hit the like button. Hope you enjoyed the car show. It's supposed to rain here today, and they had a really good turnout. And hope you enjoyed all the cars. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Make it a good week, and I will see you soon.